And we are properly live now.
Woohoo!
Dun, 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 dun.
Is that us?
Da-da-da.
Hey, everybody.
Is that us now?
Yeah.
So what you might have noticed this time is there was no like black screen first, so you saw all the shenanigans that the DM did.
Yeah,
What?
I seen that. What was the music actually playing? Did anybody hear it?
I didn't have audio on, so I don't know.
No.
Maybe?
What?
I'll check back later.
Buzz.
Hey, everybody. We're back for another adventure.
Oh
Or,
no, Surround your
not another
can.
adventure, the same adventure, but continuing onwards from where we left off. So I want to dive into it pretty quick, but before we do, I believe somebody has an announcement. And that somebody would be, I don't know
Me, I'm
where
pregnant.
he's from me, Brains. Go ahead, man.
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to be DMing at QCon, which is
What?
like a QCon. It's like a conference in Queen's University in Belfast. It's a bit like Comic-Con, but not. But
Better.
yeah.
Yeah.
Irish.
Well, I would. Well, we'll not get into that. We're on stream. Let's not. But yeah, so I'm going to be DMing or GMing because I'm running two different games. I'm going to be running D&D 5e Death House. So if you watch the Curse of Strahd one, similar
On
to
Mondays on this
that,
channel.
Mondays on this channel, it's similar to that. It won't be exactly the same because that was geared towards leading into the Curse of Strahd campaign. So the other one's going to be run as a standalone. So you're going to get all sorts of fun shit thrown at you. I'm running that on the Sunday at 10 o'clock. It's like a first come, first serve kind of thing. I have no control over that. It's just whoever comes first gets a seat. And I think I said I could take about 7-ish at a push. And the other game I'm running, I am super excited about. Where is it?
Same.
Super excited. Cyberpunk Red.
Woohoo!
Woo.
It's the new version of Cyberpunk 2020. It's sort of to bridge the gap between Cyberpunk 2020 and Cyberpunk 2077, the video game that's coming out. The company that makes the game was super nice and gave me early access to the PDFs of the Jumpstart kit so that I could prep for the con. So I'm really looking forward to that one.
Mm-hmm.
I am even dressing up for it. My wife is really looking forward to dyeing my hair blue and everything for it, so it'll be good.
That's amazing, Grant. So when's it out?
It's out tomorrow.
And when's
it's like first.
QCon?
Yeah.
QCon is the 30th to the 1st. I will be there the Saturday and Sunday. I won't be there on the
Which
Friday.
month? This month?
This month coming, yeah. So
okay.
August, September. I won't be there on the Friday because I'm in Manchester giving a talk, whole different topic. That's a work thing. So I'll be there the Saturday and Sunday. The 5e is on the Sunday. The Cyberpunk one. I haven't been given a time slot for it yet, but as soon as I do, I'll tweet it out on the Twitter.
Okay.
So good
Awesome.
news. He won't be missing any streams, and neither will you guys.
Yeah.
Yay!
Important question. Will it be recorded?
I don't think so. I'm going to try.
Ooh.
I'm going to see what I can do, but because it's in a sort of open area and there's going to be lots of games taking place, it's probably going to be quite noisy.
Yeah.
I don't think any footage that would be gained from it would be usable unless we had like lav mics and stuff, which I don't think they're going to give me. And
Second question. If somebody comes into our Discord channel or comments on this video, be it on Twitch or on YouTube, and says like, "Oh my God, Rage, you're the best DM ever. I want to play your game." Would you be able to kind of try to weasel somebody in?
I don't know. Because I don't know whether the registration is they go to someone who is volunteering and then they say, okay, yes, you go to the table, or whether they just come to the table. If they just come to the table and you it starts half an hour before the game starts is when you have to go there. If you were maybe already talking to me before the half an hour point, you would already be at the table and could probably just take a seat. But I do not know, so I cannot guarantee it. So I don't know, come early and find me. I guess.
Will they need pre-made characters, or are you handing out characters, or do they make them themselves?
For the Cyberpunk Red, pre-made characters, because it's new and no one really knows how to build characters and stuff. So I've got a load of pre-made ones here ready to hand out. For 5e, if there's any new people who want to make a character, and you're early enough, I'll happily walk you through it. I've got blank sheets. If you want to make a character and you're confident to spit one out fairly quickly, I've got blank sheets. But I also have a lot of pre-made characters for anyone who just wants to sit down and play.
Awesome.
On that note, they were randomly generated from D&D Beyond for the most part. So some of them are really strange. Like I've got a Goliath rogue.
Yep. Yep.
Nice.
Looks
Nice.
like her in-house Shin when I play it.
Oh yeah, y'all know what my next character is.
Yeah.
I Warforged rogue, yeah.
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 Yes, there are some interesting characters there. I was going to flick through and weed out any of the really bad ones, but I thought, you know what, for any experienced players, if they wanted to have a bit of fun with a really stupid character, fair enough. So they're in there, and I've got a load of them. I think I've got about 20, so I'll just have them on the table. You can sift through and pick whichever ones you want, or make your own.
Yep, sure.
And new
Awesome.
players are encouraged. I'll happily walk you through stuff.
Yep.
Cool.
I'll also probably be there too, so I can help you out.
Yes, Optic will be joining me. I think I can probably weasel him in plus the 7, so he won't count towards the amount of people on the seats, even if he's playing, just so that we can make sure we get plenty of other people if they want to join,
Sweet.
Nice.
so that he's not taking up a spot like
Yeah.
No, I'll just be that background NPC that talks every now and again.
All right. Awesome. Thanks a lot, Brain. Was that all?
Yep, that was it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So everybody that is nearby or not nearby but willing to travel, come over there and say hi.
Yep.
And I think it'll be awesome. I would have loved to be there, but sadly I can't.
Well, not with that attitude, you can.
Fine, be that way.
You know, I expect it used to, but I mean, Shin, come on,
I
like
know.
you're
Yeah.
practically right there.
You're right.
There,
So-
there's only one body of water between me and you, but yet,
Yeah. Just it comes down to me being lazy and not caring. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Seems
doesn't
fair.
have to
Seems fair.
be there anymore because you just gave him his character idea.
That's true.
So, what's your excuse then, Nim?
I got a dog.
There you
yeah,
go.
Okay.
we can play together.
I got a puppy.
So he's 8 months, so's mine. He's just a big puppy now.
I have a small puppy.
Okay. Anything else somebody wants to call out to draw attention to?
Yes, forget the spoiler I just forgot to remove. And look at this plate instead.
Didn't even notice.
Who's Cal?
What? Freezing for me.
Who?
What's
I
going on?
have no clue.
Who's that?
If you
I
want to
wonder where
find
he
out,
could be
stay
alive
tuned.
and Hi.
Stay
Is that that guy
tuned.
from Kevin and Cal?
Yeah, okay, do you like orange soda?
Mm, someone loves orange soda. Ah, nice.
Oh dear.
All right, so are we getting started?
I think so. I think so. Where do we leave off?
That's a
I was
nice
sleeping at a
question.
dead person's house.
Yep.
I think Ellie and Vince just went back to the tavern and had a room there.
Yeah, and
Alright.
Baron was like, I'm gonna take my ball and go home.
Pretty much.
I don't like it when you snort people. Man.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to my god and tell him what you did.
Gosh.
God.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
All right. So Gemini, Vince, Ellie, you all wake up at your own time. But if you plan on waking up later than around 10 in the morning, you will probably be woken up because there are trumpets and drums and stuff going on.
I was planning to wake up like at the crack of dawn, like he went to sleep very early.
There you go. Then you're up and at 'em early in the morning. How about the other two?
Yeah, Ellie would be up early as well, having some breakfast, feeding her cat.
Okay.
Yeah, early-ish, not like crack of dawn, but yeah, it would be before 10 probably. I don't know.
All right, there you go.
Aye.
And the two of you are probably just easily having your breakfast at the tavern, and you can tell that the few people that are there in the tavern, there's not a lot of people there. There's about 3 or 4 other people deciding to have breakfast in the tavern for some reason, because you guys are pretty much the only travelers at this point that are in this village. So you two sit there and enjoy your breakfast. Gemini, what do? You get up real early?
Get up real early, take all my things into account, make sure I have everything, and I was going to head to the tavern as well, or to the Big Toe Tavern, and have breakfast. Yeah.
And then you come into the tavern and you just see a sleepy Ellie and a sleepy Vince kind of just coming downstairs. They just
Ellie
woke
isn't
up.
sleepy.
No, you're not like sleepy, but you just like you have your I just woken up face on. Or not, okay.
Or not.
You are up and at him, okay.
She
sorry,
leaves it in
sorry.
her room. She's a morning person. She does not have that I just woke up face for long. It's gone in like 5 minutes, and that's the time it takes to get dressed.
Okay. It's a fantasy game, okay? But we have a level of realism. There are no morning people, so let's be real here.
That was brilliant.
All the things that could just have a point of contention that was so thick.
Yeah.
She looked ready to murder you.
All right. So
Wow.
Ellie is bouncing up and down as you kind of walk.
Yes, a bouncy steps down the stairs.
Yes. Morning animals are singing her into the room.
Yes!
La, 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 la.
Finally, you get it!
Yeah. Good morning, Ellie.
Vince
morning.
has a sleepy face on.
Ellie gives Gemini some shifty eyes. She's not entirely too pleased with still being in this village.
I was thinking, since you would like to get out of here so quickly, that you might want to assist Vince in getting his book. You see, I spoke to the captain yesterday, McGrunden, and he was not receptive to my pleas. So I think maybe if you went in and told him what happened and maybe tried to get us paid so that Vince could get his book, well, we could be out of here much sooner.
Yeah, but it wasn't McGrandon that asked us to go. It was the elder.
I think you should go talk to the elder.
So, I mean...
I didn't remember the elder.
I found a note.
Yes. Actually, I don't think Gemini met the elder. I think y'all talked to him.
Can't remember. I think we talked to him while Vince was like burning the pile of corpses.
Yeah.
No, I thought you were there.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Sure.
Probably not paying attention.
Because
I mean,
you were
that
like
would be a
insisting on
Gemini
getting paid.
thing.
Yeah.
Too busy entertaining the crowds.
What was it? Him we were talking to that Gemini was like, "Did you ask for proper payment?"
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
Oh, then
yeah,
he would have been there.
Well,
Yeah.
no, well,
yeah, I wasn't there. I asked in advance or
Right.
afterwards if.
yeah.
Okay, so I don't know who this elder is, but he sounds like he won't like me because he's from this village. So if you could talk to him and possibly get us paid, Vince would then have enough money for his book, and we could all be off to go help Varen or find him, whatever the case may be.
Sure.
Excellent. Food!
Vince will chime up at this point and be like, "Yeah, we could leave after that, but I'm really worried about that goop."
Yes, I tried to inform McGrunden about the goop, but would you believe it? He did not believe me.
Yes.
I could entirely believe that. Did you over exaggerate it?
No, I said exactly what happened in a very concise manner.
That's
See,
the
that's
issue.
that's
You
that's
should have
that's where you
exaggerated.
confuse me. Yeah, you should have exaggerated because now what he's thinking is that, oh well, he always exaggerates things, So if you
Right.
said what it was at the base level, he's thought, no, it's fine. It's like a squirrel with
I
like
rarely
some oil on
exaggerate.
it.
I just tell the story the way I saw it.
Okay, well, maybe I'll go have a word with him because, I mean, I'm not sure how hag magic works, but if it's been made with my spellbook and staff, if it has any of my spells, if it's able to use them, it could burn this village down.
Yes, yes, you go talk to him. And remember, yes, the slime, terrible, bad thing, absolutely needs to be spoken of. Get paid.
Yeah, I'm going to speak to McGrunden, not the elder. I'm going to speak to the guy who has all of the soldiers, because I think he's the one who might be able to fight things.
Yes.
That's-
Good luck.
Yeah.
And then, okay, well then, Ellie, would you like to go speak to the elder, or should I?
I just said I would.
Oh, excellent. Okay, I'll sit here and eat my breakfast.
But she's gonna poke Vince, because she just had a thought.
Mhm.
And like poke him hard in the arm. Could you be the goop?
He just pokes himself in the arm. No.
But we never saw you and the goop at the same time.
I don't think I'm made of my spellbook and staff.
But what if I
Might
shoot
be.
you?
I don't know.
And the spellbook and staff was needed to give you magic back because you were dead.
Possibly, but then would you have not seen it moving? And why would the dryad have then seen it?
No, she didn't say she saw the goop. She saw something.
No, she
Well,
didn't
she-
see anything.
no.
But the
Yes.
deer said there was some
That you didn't
goop
notice?
like creature. Oh, no! Did you not tell us?
Yeah, I tried to tell you, but I was very incoherent.
Well, if you're incoherent, then you probably assumed it was the goop. Because
No, it was killing something that
it,
was killing. Wasn't sure what it was.
it was a fair assumption that it was probably the goop, given that the goop was the only thing that
Yes.
disappeared.
But assumption is the mother of all fuck ups.
But apparently, so is planning. If I died,
Which pokes him again. And accepts that if he reacts on the poke, that he's real.
she's like a really delayed, like, ow.
Maybe.
Note: Vince might be goop.
Yes! Okay, but yeah, Ellie's gonna finish her breakfast.
Yeah, you guys, Gally just hands out your breakfast and says, are you guys excited?
Always.
Good.
Yeah, I'm thrilled.
She puts down the breakfasts and she seems in a hurry. And as soon as their dog sat down, she hurries off again. You guys eat your breakfasts?
Yes.
Well, actually, as she bolts off, Vince will call over to her. When's this thing arriving? The caravan?
Oh, any moment now.
Cool. And Vince will stand up and be like, right, I'm going to speak to McGrunden here before all this kicks off, and he might get a bit distracted.
And as soon as Ellie finishes eating, she's gonna go up to Gally and ask, do you know where the elder is? I think his his name was Varric?
The elder, yeah, I know him. He's probably making ready for the arrival.
And where would that be?
I would think at the east gate.
Okay.
They've made a spot clear where the caravan can be kind of located. So he's probably there overseeing stuff.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
You look in a hurry, though.
Yeah, I want to get over there as soon as they get there. So
Then I'll be out of your hair.
eat up.
And she takes off.
Before Vince leaves, he'll ask her, he'll be like, would McGrunden be at the East Gate as well?
Yeah, I think so. Pretty much everybody is there, waiting.
Cool. And then he'll turn to Gemini and be like, "That looks like we're all heading the same direction. You coming?"
Oh, I'll meet up with you.
Fair enough. Then so walk out with Ellie.
You two walk off, and Gemini, you see Gally kind of going into the back, and roll a perception.
Sure. Let's roll that one. I think that's very high. 13? Yeah.
13. You hear her say something in the back, but you can't really fully make out what she said. You think it's something with them or dare or they, and as she kind of, you see her walking further into the back, and you see Kate coming out from where she went in, looks around, looks at you, and kind of, hey.
Hey. What's going on? What's everything okay?
Everything's fine. What are your plans? He kind of walks up to you and kind of pulls the chair closest to you and kind of hops on it.
Well, we were thinking about checking out this caravan, seeing if there's anything of use that we can maybe purchase. Anyone interesting to meet. And then we were going to go fight a slime monster out in the forest and find Vera.
All right.
Well,
He kind of leans over and kind of looks around, checking again. He says, if I were you, I'd go and give and he uses a Thieves' Cant to express, give a special greeting to Rose when she arrives.
To Rose. I see. And who is this Rose? I speak back in Thieves' Cant.
She's the wife of the guy that runs the Purple Caravan.
And why may I want to speak with her specifically?
Well, she's getting a bit old, but she's kind of a big deal, you know, for people in our line of business.
Well, I'm not quite in that line of business anymore. But
even so, letting her know that you're in on it and letting her know who your friends are. Oh, let's just say they're not known to make trouble, but something you or the others might own and might end up in their possession.
Fair enough. Thank you for the warning. Is there anything else I should know about this caravan? I feel I've heard rumor of it, maybe in other cities, but I know so little.
What do you want to know, really?
Well, how large is it? How many people are involved? Is there entertainment and wares? Is it mostly wares? How many people there, are in our line of business?
Right. Well, I can't account for the exact amount of people. It all depends, and it fluctuates more or less. So sometimes they come here with 15. Sometimes they come here with 20. Sometimes they come here with 10. It all kind of depends. And they kind of do both entertainment and merch. So they have a lot of oddities and a lot of knickknacks that, that they've picked up. over their travels.
Oh, yes. I'm gonna roll an insight check. I want to know if there's anything that he's like keeping from me, or if I feel like there's anything shady in the conversation I'm missing out on.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, oh, that's better than I thought it would be. 16.
16. No, you have the feeling that he's being pretty honest and forthright with you.
Excellent. Okay.
He's sharing what he knows.
So, speak to Rose, and yeah, we're looking for some very specific things. Wizard's book for Vince, possibly something to help me be a bit more dexterous or fight at range if need be, in an arcane sense. Do you think maybe things like that would be acquirable?
Yeah, definitely. You should talk to what's his name again? Gnomish guy. His name eludes me. Just find a gnomish guy. He's more or less the seller of, well, pretty much everything that they have. But yeah, he is well, a bit odd.
Aren't we all? And it's awkward now. Excellent. Okay.
It's because he said he was not a gnome. He's just gnome-ish.
Yeah.
He's just a very small human.
Yeah.
Okay. I will do that. Thank you very much for this information. Great.
You're welcome, man. Enjoy yourself.
All right. You too. Have a good day. And quick inquiry. Do you yourself or your sister perform our business when the caravan comes in town? Is there a little fair play there, or is it more honor among thieves? All in thieves' camp, by the way.
Yeah, no, we don't steal from them. We keep to ourselves, and they keep their hands out of our business and belongings.
Okay.
They don't really visit, at least last time they were here and all the times before, they don't really visit to rob places blind. They might take something that they find interesting, but well, it's never pinned on them, so things just go missing. I mean, I don't know how it is in the big cities. They might steal important stuff there, but in little towns like this, they mostly just come for performance and stuff.
Where did you join the guild?
He kind of looks.
Was it
Why
a
do you
large
wanna know?
city? I want to know whether it was a large city or a small city, because I joined in a large city and things were very different there.
Oh, no, he kind of looks around again. It was kind of family. I kind of rolled into it.
Yes, I believe that's how most, I would assume, enter, or those just down on their luck. Yes. Well, in the larger cities, there's not so much a moral compass, nor an understanding. So this is a bit new for me, but I will absolutely abide by these rules.
Smart.
So thank you again.
You're welcome, man.
Have a good one. I'm going to
You
walk
too.
out.
Enjoy.
I'll go meet up with the others.
All right, you kind of hurry up. The two of you have a pretty head start on Gemini, so you will see the western gate kind of approach, and you see there's a lot of people there, and you see there's already things being kind of built up, even though the caravan hasn't arrived yet. What do you guys do?
Vince will look and see if he can see McGrundon.
And Ellie will look and see if she can find Varric.
Mm-hmm.
You go get money, I'll go get soldiers. Meet back here in 10. Go team!
No.
No.
All right. The first guy you probably noticed is McGrundon. He is kind of standing very close to the entrance of the gate, kind of talking to a group of four soldiers. And you see he's kind of, all right, let's just enjoy ourselves and make sure everything goes according to the way things should be going, right? Gotcha, sir. Yeah, no problem. No problem, sir. Got it. As they kind of spread out and he wants to walk on.
Yeah, as soon as got close to him, I sort of Vince will draw himself up to his full height just to give a bit of presence.
Mm-hmm.
And go to him. McGrundon, a word in your ear.
He looks up to you. Well, what do you want?
Say again, sorry?
What do you want? I'm busy.
Yeah, you might be more busy sooner than you think. I think Gemini visited you the other day.
The funny faced guy, yeah.
Says the half orc. Not there. Go ahead.
Yeah, wasn't it? Oh yeah, the funny looking guy. Yeah.
What about it?
Oh dear. I believe he tried to warn you about a potential issue.
Yeah. I talked to him. He warned me about some hag's breakfast or something that spilled out of a pot and it's now terrorizing everything.
Yeah, it's a bit more serious than that. That breakfast, as you call it, is a creature of some shape or form. And more importantly, it could very well have access to my spells and the magic that I had. And I don't know if you've seen much of the orc fight and how many of them I fucked up with fire. That creature could have that power.
All right. So you're telling me that thanks to you guys, we now have a firebolt hurling thing coming to burn down our town?
No, what I'm saying is, thanks to us, it now doesn't have something giving it direct commands. We killed the creature that made it and her very large son. I mean, magic's a strange thing, but I don't even want to work out the mechanics of how that's possible. But he was a big boy, bigger than me.
Hag of holding.
Yeah, yeah. Did we put any of him in the bag of holding? No, I don't think we're cutting off him. So thanks to us, it now doesn't have a hag, a fundamentally fiendish creature and pretty evil, giving it commands. So hopefully it's roaming aimlessly, but it could still come to the village.
All right. What would you have me do? What does it look like? Is it like a pile of snot? What?
A pile of shit. Yes, basically. Think of, a pile of snot with eyes.
How does it move?
Slowly, I would assume, like a slug. Are slugs a thing in D&D?
Yeah, of course.
I'm sure they would be, yeah. Like a slug, I would assume.
All right. So we would see it coming.
Hopefully.
How big is it?
What
size, your friend said?
About the size of the cauldron. Yeah. about that.
Okay.
However, it is more or less liquid in nature, so it might be able to grow. It might be able to shrink. I don't know.
Sounds yummy.
I wouldn't recommend eating it.
All right, so it'll probably come in.
I have ingested some strange things over these past few days. That will not be one of them.
Okay. I'll. Why don't you enjoy the caravan and we'll look into it it'll probably come in from the west side, and we'll keep an eye out.
If at all possible, I'm going to try and convince my companions to go and deal with it. Given that it is using my magic, I do feel somewhat responsible.
Thank you.
But as you may or may not know, one of our party has left, and a few are very keen to follow him.
You mean Gemini left?
No.
Ah, shit.
I know. I put my hand on his shoulder, like, I know. No,
Alright.
the other Dragonborn, Varen. He's
Damn it.
yeah, he's left to go find another church of Kellamvor. Apparently, there is one nearby, or at least there is one somewhere. So a few of my companions are, at the very least, very keen to follow him. So whether or not we get to deal with it, I don't know. So just I would have as many guards as you can, and yeah, be careful.
Yeah, okay, I got you. Thanks for the heads up. He kind of walks off and calls out 3 names. Come over here. I'm gonna walk over to them, and he says, "Go to the west gate," and he starts giving them instructions.
As he walks away, I sort of call over and speak. Lady Tachan might be a big help. Just putting it out there.
He kind of raises his thumb and, all right.
Don't tell her I sent you. She's kind of pissed with me. That's it. He'll turn around and just sort of mingle in with the crowd, waiting for the caravan.
All right. At pretty much the end of this conversation, Gemini, you'll kind of join in. But before the conversation ends, Ellie, I'm assuming you didn't stay here with the conversation. You went to find the village elder, right?
Yep, she would have had plenty of things to say otherwise.
Okay, excellent. So you kind of head over and you find him talking to some people and says, yeah, very exciting. Good times. Yeah, good to see you. He kind of shakes a couple of hands.
Elder Varric?
Well. If it isn't Ellie, he walks up towards you.
Yeah.
Good to see you again. Did you succeed? He extends his hand to you.
I will check it, and yeah, I think we did.
Good. Well, I don't really have a lot of time right now. Could we meet up in my office at, say, end of the afternoon?
End of the afternoon?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. We can do
Excellent.
that.
Bring the proof, and I make sure you get paid.
And what exactly do you qualify as proof?
Well, I'm assuming you brought something of this giant with you, proving that it's dead.
Yeah, of course.
Excellent. Oh, then I'll see you then, and
Yes. And where's your office?
of what's going on here, right?
Yeah, the caravan is coming.
Ah, good times, yes.
And where's
Enjoy
your...
yourself.
Yeah, but where's your office?
Oh, you don't know. It's opposite the guardhouse. Can't miss it. Big building. Oh,
Okay, cheers.
big for this village standard, but yeah, bigger building.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome, my dear. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I will. And as soon as she's walked away and he can't hear, he's like, what the fuck count as proof? Does an axe count? And he just like grumble on that and try to find one of the others and dump the problem on them.
Well, you 3 will probably see each other kind of at this east gate, and you hear as you're kind of walking towards to meet the 3 of you. I'm assuming at least that's what you do. If not, let me know. You hear somebody on horseback coming up, and they're coming, he yells, and you see people like, ooh, excited, and
Thank you.
yeah, you're like, what? No, not me.
Single dove.
Sad dove.
Damn, I'm running low on doves. Maybe they have it.
Yes, how many doves do you have on you? Is it just like a bag?
It's a bag of doves, yes.
I could just imagine there's a vendor with like dove cages who walks around.
Just
Yeah.
following.
Don't
Like,
just
big
follow.
doves.
Keep them coming. Yeah.
You don't have the noble background, do you? Because you're allowed a retinue. That could be just I have a guy with doves who follows me.
That would be amazing.
And then, it's only like 4 doves. It's like after he releases them, then he has to bugger off for like a day.
Go up and get him back.
All you've given him is like a large comical net.
Yes.
All right.
So anyway,
The 3 of you are kind of waiting there. What do you do? Anything?
Yes, I do something.
Okay.
Guys, I just spoke with the elder, and he doesn't have a lot of time right now because of the caravan and everything. But he did ask us to meet him up in his office at the end of the afternoon and bring the proof that we killed him.
at this point, Vince will look through the bag of holding and be like, did you just put it in here?
I have a comb.
Do the gauntlets count as proof?
If only we had someone who stole an axe from the ogre.
Yeah.
Lauren had one, didn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, we need to.
Long shot, but we could check this caravan out, see if they've got any,
Proof?
limbs that could
Giant
pass as a
heads.
giant. Lucky
Isn't-
rabbits feed are a thing. That they might have something we could pawn off.
But isn't that kind of fraud?
I would say not, because you did kill it,
Yeah, but
just
we
forgot to lop anything off it.
didn't know we should do that. It's kind of weird. Why do you lop things off people?
Never play World of Warcraft. Jeez.
You hear horns in the distance.
Someone should sack that bugler. Shit.
As in the distance, you guys see wagons approach. And-
Wagons approach.
Yes, and you
Wagons.
notice that at least the first wagon and the second wagon you see, they're all
Purple.
tinted in purple color.
It's just like me.
Oh my god, it's all coming together.
Yeah, can Ellie see, actually? Like, how big's the crowd?
Yeah, well, it kind of depends on where you stand, but I'm describing it in general.
I was just saying, like, if it looked like Ellie couldn't see, Vince would offer a piggyback, essentially.
She'll probably have a hard time seeing it because, she's kind of not standing in the front, and there's a lot of people in front of her. So.
She's okay. I mean, it's a caravan. They come every now and then.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
Once you've seen one, you've seen them all. Yeah.
Ah, but this one's purple.
But she's from like the capital, so she's probably seen one or two already. So it's not
There you
that
go.
interesting.
All right. So you see more and more wagons approach, and you see people standing on the wagons, kind of waving, and people calling out. And you see at the front wagon, there's an elderly-looking gentleman. You would say he's like early 60s somewhere. It's like this beard, black with a bit of gray in it, and he's wearing a very fine clothing, but very showman-like clothing. and especially for a man his age, he limbly jumps off the front of the wagon, and he calls out with a booming voice, "Welcome, welcome, everybody!" As
Is this not the wrong way around? Should the town not be welcoming him?
apparently not. As he kind of walks up to them and says, "Welcome to the Purple Caravan," as the mayor approaches him, and they hug each other and they embrace each other, and it is so good to see you again. They have a little bit of talk, and you see more people hopping off of the wagons and start to mingle amidst the townsfolk, and it's kind of it kind of gives you the idea that some act like they're seeing old friends again, and they act accordingly. Others are more kind of standing at a distance, like, "Ooh, it's exciting." But immediately people start to work, and it's clear that from some of the poles and stuff that have been hammered into the ground, that this is not the first time that this caravan has come here, because the poles have already been placed in position where the wagons can kind of hitch up to them, and they quickly start to build out their spot.
While all of this is happening, I want to turn to the others and say, keep an eye on your belongings. These people, not all of them, but some of them may be a little sticky with the fingers. So just keep an eye.
And how do you know this?
I'm Gemini. I know everything, especially when it comes to stickiness and fingers.
Whenever Lady Tachan hit us with the thing and we gained a memory of what happened the night that we were really drunk, and we had woke up in the same room, we remembered what happened then, didn't we? Like, we would have remembered why we were in the same room. Just I don't know what. No, my mind's going to strange places. Never mind.
Gemini's fine with it.
Yeah, it's just sticky fingers. It'd be like, I don't know. Does Vince start having like Nam like flashbacks to that night?
Have whatever you want.
This is not what he wants. I just want to know what happened. Drink again.
Yeah, you see people kind of starting to mingle, and there is you see a lot of interesting characters there, and you see people already trying their best to get to have a conversation with certain persons, apparently wanting to know something or wanting to talk to somebody. And the three of you kind of stand there, and you are pretty much the only three people that that are not greeted as old friends. And you're like, oh, well, now I have to correct myself. You and a couple of the teenagers and younger younger children stand there a bit like kind of excited, but also a bit hesitant.
I would like to keep an eye out for anybody coming anywhere near any of my shit, and also kind of scope around, look for Rose, kind of make my way in through the crowd, see if I can find her.
All right. Well, you see this elderly man kind of talking to the village elder, and as you're kind of looking around, not really wanting to get into the thick of things, because then they can kind of approach you from any angle. You do hear him, Rose. You see this this guy kind of wave over. Says, "Come and say hi. Come and say hi." And you see this this woman approach, who is, you would think, late to early 40s. She kind of approaches and looks very healthy for her age, very quite slender. she kind of approaches and says, "A pleasure as always," and she kisses the village elder. And there are so few towns where we get such a warm welcome as in Elfbrook. It's good to see you again. She said, Lady Rose, the pleasure is all mine. He kisses her hand and he makes grand gestures.
I'll wait until she's not engaged with anybody, and just make sure to keep an eye out. And then when she's free, I'll talk to her.
Yeah, you notice that she is. There's more people wanted to talk to her. There are not per definition super a lot of people from the town that go up to her, but you do see quite a few people from the caravan kind of approaching her and talking to her and wanting her attention. And you see another man kind of approaching her and talking to her, and they kind of walk off together.
I will follow.
All right. You see them kind of walk off, and he kind of talks to her, and she nods, and she says, "That's all right. Let's take a look." And what do the other two do? Do you guys follow Gemini, or do you?
Vince will probably look at the stall. I'm assuming the stalls and caravans are starting to unpack and set up. He'll try and look and see if he can see any indication of any of the particular stalls that might be selling magical shiz.
All right.
Yeah, we'll also just take a look at the stars, but a little bit more in general. She's not really specifically looking.
Okay, so do you guys split up or stick together?
Probably for the initial look would probably be together-ish.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's not like he's going to like beeline off. He's just going to be looking for somewhere that sells magic.
Right.
If he sees somewhere in specific, he'll probably say to Ellie that he's going that way, whether she joins or not.
Optic, you are talking to Lady Rose, and you notice that somebody is, well, following is a big word, but he's not, the person is not like darting not to be seen, but he's kind of actually more flamboyantly kind of like, "Oh, excuse me," and "No, please go," and following you, and is walking in a distance where he would be able to hear your conversation. So you kind of look back at this person, and you see that its face is, well, I wouldn't say cut in two, but kind of split in half. And, well, he looks familiar.
Lady Rose, I think you might have an admirer there, just behind us. Quite a flamboyant fellow. Not hard to spot. Wait a minute.
Should I switch over the layout?
You can if you want. Wait a minute. Actually, I think I've seen that fellow before. Yes, strange face, actually. I'll be right back, Miss Rose. I'm going to talk with this fellow and see who he is.
It's quite all right. I'll be at the Armour if you need me.
I'll do. I'll see you in a bit then. You there?
As you see somebody turn up, the guy that Lady Rose was talking to kind of turn around and walk towards you.
Well. What have we got here?
What does this person look like? Do I recognize them?
This person is a wood elf with darker tan skin, sort of short black hair, and he's wearing sort of like he's wearing a cloak, which is like a big black bear claw sort of over the top. And underneath it, you'll see sort of scale mail armor, but instead of your traditional scale mail armor, the scales actually look kind of like forest leaves that have fallen on the floor.
Okay.
The rest of his outfit's all browns and greens. It looks like it's built well to camouflage.
And he's from East London, apparently.
Any other markings or insignia I might recognize?
He doesn't have any markings or insignias, but would you see the outfit that I'm talking about? Does it have long sleeves or short sleeves? Just a general question.
To me,
Yeah.
if your thing has long sleeves or short sleeves.
It's sort of like skill mill armor.
You can either have long sleeves or short sleeves. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it'll probably have long sleeves, I would say, just for armor protectability. Yeah, no, there isn't really anything else you can tell at the moment from glancing at him, other than maybe a few face scars that look like he's been in battle. So,
and I don't recognize this gentleman.
Don't think so.
No.
Okay. Yes, hello. I was just hoping to get a word with Miss Rose. I was told to speak to her by a young man, and I just wanted to get that out of the way before I peruse the caravan's wonderful. It's quite lovely, actually. It's very nice what they've done with it. I would like to see what they have to offer, but first, I very much need to speak to her, apparently.
Right. Can I ask why?
I, honest to God, do not know. I was just told to. You see, a young man, before the caravan rolled through this town, I'm not from this town, obviously, but a young man told me that I should speak with her. And so I, decided to heed that advice. I mean, I'm an outsider.
I see. Well, that's nothing to do with me. I'm here to talk to you.
And why is that?
Because you look very familiar.
Invisibility.
Very, very familiar.
You cast invisibility on you, Stel?
Yep.
All right. You hear him call out a couple of words and just disappear.
And then just start walking towards Rose. Don't make a tad dash for it, just start going.
Does he know what he done?
Are you familiar with magic?
He does use magic, but he is not proficient in arcana or anything like that, so.
Within the caravan, you've definitely seen magic being performed, so...
Yeah, well, he does know quite a few, let's say, hiding spells.
Mm-hmm.
But don't think he would know that one.
Roll your...
Actually, wait.
Yeah, sorry.
Can I listen?
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly what I wanted to use.
I was going to ask if I could go stealthily.
Yeah, you. I'm assuming you would go stealth because you know that even though you're invisible, your footsteps still make sound and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
totally.
yeah. Well, you roll your perception, and Gemini roll stealth, and see who gets the highest.
Do I get advantage on stealth
You
because
get
I'm
advantage
invisible?
on stealth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you roll badly?
Filthy 26.
Yeah, he's way out of my range too. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 18.
18. Okay, so you see him like vanish, and for a short moment, you kind of look around and you kind of peek your ears to try to catch up where you hear him go, and you think you see footsteps appear in sand or whatever terrain you're walking on, but you see people are moving around you so much that it's hard to tell if those were his or anything.
He's going to ignore trying to find where he is, and he's just going to call out, well, that was very impressive for a venture of sorts. I don't believe you might still be around, but I will find you. I know where you're going. And then he'll head off towards Rose.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you'll get there. Vince and Ellie.
Yes.
You guys see people building up tents and little shacks and bigger tents, and this takes time, but you see at well, kind of like almost in the rear at the end, uh, you see already a massive tent is set up, and it's you see it and you think like, wait, that wasn't there 2 seconds ago, and you kind of blink your eyes and you're like, how did they set up this thing in just
They have
seconds?
a tent catapult. Come, let's check it out. And Elias takes off to find a tent catapult.
All right.
Vince
How,
just scratches his head and carries on looking for what he was looking for. It's like, all right.
where do you guys go to? We're just looking around?
Yeah.
Oh, Ellie just took off to find a catapult that launches a tent, apparently.
All right. So you guys walk around and you see lots of things. Smells are starting to hang into the air. And yeah, you don't see a catapult here anywhere. So that's kind of disappointing.
Aw.
Yeah, you do see people walking around with beams and kind of putting them up and putting tarps over them, and goods are being placed out. You see a little wooden hut, and it has a sign on it. It says "Kissing Booth," and yeah, it's people are busy, and you walk past a lot of stuff where you think, well, this could be something where they're going to be selling magical stuff, but they're still working on building it up. So the only thing that's really seems to be fully set up is the massive tent at the end.
Yeah, she wanna go there. Ellie wanna go there. Give them a moment and set everything up. He'll come back later. I mean,
No, because Vince has very little money, so he's going to try and get discounts. So he's going to go to wherever he thinks that the people might be selling magic and offer a hand. And sort of like, bring himself up and, show off his muscles a bit. He's like, do you want to set stuff up?
You see this guy look at you, and how tall are you?
6 foot.
6 foot. How big is that in meters, centimeters?
I think about your height.
My height. Okay.
what is
So-
your height?
I'm 2 meters. So
I
so you,
vaguely remember Googling 2 meters in feet before
Oh.
whenever you said how tall you are. So I think it's in and around. It might be a bit shorter than you.
okay. So you are quite used to, well, at least literally look down on people. So you're kind of asking around, hey, I need some help. And you see this guy walking there, and he is a head taller than you are. And you see him like he's bold, and he's carrying 2 massive beams one under each arm as he looks. And you see this big smile form on his face. He said, well, look at you, big guy.
Yes. So
So-
are you.
Yeah, we can always use a hand. Here, take this. He kind of hands you one of the beans.
You'll grab it.
All right, roll your athletics.
Oh, that's all right. That is dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So you grab it and you're holding on to it and you feel your muscles tense. You have to say you're impressed that this guy was able to lift 2 of these. And so, follow me, buddy. What's your name?
Vince, you?
I'm Tybus. Thanks for the hand. He kind of let's put him up here. He starts to, well, you start to work with him, and he kind of instructs you what to do, and he seems like a nice guy.
While we're doing that, I'll just be like generally chatting to him, like, how long you been with the caravan? Is your favorite color purple? I don't know. Just general chat
Right.
as we're going back and forward.
All right. So, Ellie, you will head towards this big tent.
Yes, I think they hid in the catapult inside of it.
Sorry?
I think they hid the catapult inside of it.
Yeah.
No, but if it's not a catapult, it's probably magic. That's kind of interesting, because like that's not usual magic. How does that work? Are you wizards?
As you approach this big tent, and there's the flaps of the opening seems to be closed. Just for there's a little crack in between them, and you see on a small stool, this gnome is sitting, and he has the most elaborate eyebrows that you've ever seen. They gotta go up and they curl, and they do a little pink, and he's just sitting there, and you see him smoking his pipe. As he sees you, he kind of gives you the up and down look.
Yeah, no eyebrows to speak of, probably. See,
Sorry?
probably no eyebrows to speak of, really. See,
No,
after
you're
the...
quite eyebrowless. Yes.
Yes. She will walk in.
He's sitting in front of the
In front of them.
Yeah. So you can't really walk in.
Please tell me someone named you after your eyebrows, because those are magnificent.
Why, thank you. No, I'm afraid I wasn't born with these. I had to cultivate them, and well, my parents, as good in naming as they are, they didn't foresee the grandiosity of my eyebrows. If you'd be so kind.
But has no one given you a name after for them?
No, not really. They haven't reached their. He kind of raises his eyebrows, like make them dance for a moment. Their full potential.
Ah, I see. You're waiting with the name for them.
Yeah, got it, girl. But tell me, what's your name?
Oh, I'm Ellie, for short.
For short. I
Well,
don't believe in short names, girl.
No, my
That's the rest
name
of the session.
is... my name is Elihanne Lily Electricity Spark Finger Booster Bookie Meowser. And this is Fluffles.
Like music. Nice to meet you both. You too, Fluffles.
What did you say your name was?
Well, my name is Nawin.
Now. That's short.
It is. But I'll tell you my full name later on, if you're interested. But people here call me Nawin. They have enough trouble remembering that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, don't get me started.
Like, anything longer than 2 syllables is too long.
Do you smoke?
No, I never started with it.
He pulls out a pipe. Well, it's time you started, girl.
Really?
Yeah. He kind of puts down his own pipe and pulls out some tobacco, and he kind of hands it to you.
Yeah, she will.
A gift from me to a beautiful lady.
Thank you. It was like, but I have no hair. That's literally what her face right now, and like touch.
So, you're not from around here, are you?
And no, I'm from the capital, but my party tries to see them to see if she can point them out, and like, whatever, they're not important. We've been helping out in the village for a bit.
Oh, it's mighty kind of you.
Yeah. I have to ask, how did you get this tent up so quick? Is it magic or a catapult?
Can it be both?
Of
Or was it
course it can be
ladders?
both.
There you go.
That's amazing.
You want a little peek?
Yeah.
He turns around and you see him kind of wiggling his fingers, and he just pulls back the flap, and you see this gnome-sized catapult standing there.
There
As he-
is a catapult. I
As
was
he
right.
closes the flap,
Can I do an insight if I believe it was there or if it was an illusion?
you can roll an insight.
Ooh. Well, this is not bad. Dirty 20.
Nope, it was definitely there.
It was definitely there.
Yeah.
Ooh. Sweet. Knew it. And the others didn't believe me. Or like, and Vince didn't believe me.
I'd be more than happy to let you inside, but we're not open just yet.
What goes on in here later?
Well, I sell most of the stuff inside, and sometimes there's a show.
There's a show.
Mm-hmm.
What type of show?
Oh, all kinds of show. What are you interested in? You like animals?
Mostly cats.
Oh, you're in luck.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We got lions and tigers.
Those are
Bear.
cats. Those are very big cats.
I know.
That's
I
kind of cool.
actually rode a couple of them.
What you do in your own time.
For fuck's sake. Yeah. Ellie is gonna ask as well. But what do you sell?
All kinds of stuff.
All kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Trinkets, baubles, a couple of normal supplies, and of course, you see him kind of running his finger across the sky, and you see sparkles appear. Magic.
You sell magic.
Of course I do. What's life without a little magic, eh?
Surprisingly boring.
I agree.
I actually have a friend. Those words did not taste so well at the moment. Yeah, that's in need of a little bit more magic in his life.
No. We'll truly open when everything's set up. But then be sure to send him by
Yeah,
and let him tell me he's your friend, and I might give him a little discount.
awesome. I will let you know that you might have something to help him.
You do that. Will you be back?
Yeah, probably.
Excellent. I'll be looking forward to it.
Thanks for this.
You're welcome. Enjoy. Wait.
Yes?
I'm assuming you're magically inclined as well, so you don't need a lighter from me.
Of course not. Lies it with predestination.
Proud of you, girl.
And we'll take a half and then like a
Okay.
small one. And
Alright.
then extinguish it.
Do you know how to light a pipe? Do you know? Have you ever smoked one?
No. She has never done it, but she like to.
Holding it at a distance and just holding the fire on it, going, why is it not lighting?
Yeah.
No, but she would like make it spark at the thing.
Okay.
She's probably seen Vince do it.
True.
Yeah, true. But then do you see the having to breathe in thing?
Yeah, she does that.
Oh, okay.
All right.
But she would make sure she doesn't like inhale it too deep because she's never really smoked before, and
It's
she
just
saw
half a
someone
lung.
do it and they like coughed the lungs out, and she doesn't want to do that right now because that's not impressive at all.
Okay. Gemini, you are moving through the crowd, and it's kind of a bother because it's busy, and you don't really want to bump into a lot of people when you're invisible. So you swayed around people, but well, you're used to moving in unique ways. So you managed to start to get close to Lady Rose. Roll your perception.
10.
10. Okay. You will see Lady Rose standing there, kind of talking to some people as they're setting up what appears to be kind of mannequins, dolls of sorts, and you see pieces of armor being pulled out of coffers and put on these dolls.
I'm going to get relatively close.
How close?
Within about 10, 15 feet.
Okay.
And then I'm going to come out of invisibility with a flourish and then bow and just say, Lady Rose, and come back up very like, hello, I'm here.
All right. So all of a sudden you appear. Do you appear like behind her or in front of her or to the side? Or...
It is in no way threatening, like to the side where she and people around her can see me very clearly as though I'm making a show of it.
Okay. So you kind of like in a step, you kind of drop your invisibility. It's you're almost stepping out of your your invisibility.
Like right into a bow, yeah.
And as you see Lady Rose kind of look up, and she looks at you and says, well, hello there.
Hello.
Do I know you?
Not yet, but I feel as though you and I are in similar lines of work, and I'm gonna like kind of brush my shoulder and cast minor illusion to make the patch glow just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say entertainment, if you will. I was wondering if I could speak to you about a position, possibly. As you can see, I am very talented.
I see. She offers you her hand.
I take it and kiss and bow.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well. I've heard nothing but good things.
Then you haven't heard everything yet.
Interesting.
Have you met my friend? She kind of gestures towards you.
Towards Kel?
No, towards you.
Have I met her friend?
You look kind of confused as she kind of behind you.
Oh, I'm going to turn around. Yes, we've spoken. But I don't know. I don't think. Well, your name is Cal, correct?
Oh, me?
Is that the person behind me?
Yep.
Your name is Cal, correct?
I believe so.
And curious, I turn around and I speak like very soft in a whisper in Thieves' Cant. Do you know my name?
You kind of hear him, and he's throwing out some lingo at you, and you're like, what?
Sorry, I don't speak Dwarven.
Oh. Not a problem whatsoever. Yes, I've met Kel. He seems like a nice fellow.
Good. Kel, do you have business with this man, or
I do actually, yeah. Nothing of ill intent, but I think he might be an auspicious man. He's quite talented. Can disappear from a situation if he ever needs to.
useful?
But yeah, Gemini was it?
That is correct.
Yeah, me and you need to talk a wee bit later. I have a story to tell you.
Intriguing. I will absolutely have that conversation. First, I would like one with Miss Rose, if that would please her.
No problem. You want me to leave, Miss Rose?
You make sure they put up the armors right, and I'll speak to Gemini in the wagon.
Will do, Miss Rose.
This way, sir. As you're now closer to Lady Rose, you notice that she has, she looks quite human, but you can tell that she has slightly pointed ears. If you would have to guess, you would assume that she's half elven. She kind of leads you away, and you walk towards one of those living wagons, and she steps on one of the steps to get to the door, and takes off her shoes and goes inside.
I follow suit.
All right. Very well. You come in, and you see a beautifully decorated, but depending on your taste, it's quite full. There's a lot of tapestries and things hanging there, pillows, chairs, stuff like that. So she moves through small corridors where you can walk about, and she sits down. Please sit. Drink.
Oh, yes, please.
She pours you some and hands it to you. It's a sort of wine, you would think. Smelling it, there's at least alcohol in it.
Okay. Take a drink and...
Oh, it's quite nice.
Thank you very much. Lovely.
So, Gemini.
Yes.
Tell me, you wish to speak to me?
Yes. Actually, I was informed by a young man by the name of Cade, somebody who I believe we are mutual acquaintances with.
Of course, Cade, such a lovely young man.
Yes, he really is. I was informed that you and I may be cut from a similar cloth. And he told me to come speak to you about me and my friends. You see, we're trying to gather provisions and things of that nature to help save this town from possible impending doom. It seems as though impending doom pretty much gathers around this town. So we're hoping that we can remain sort of off limits, as it were.
She nods. Well, it is a pleasure to meet you, Gemini, and I am grateful that you followed our mutual friend's advice. I respect people in our profession that respect common courtesy and
As do I.
kindness and respect toward each other. So if you would be so kind to point out your friends to me, I'll be sure to make sure that they have safe conduct through, well, with any of my people.
All minor illusion, the image of Vince, then Ellie, then Varen.
Okay. Very well.
Does Varen have a big axe through?
That shouldn't be a problem.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And if there's anything we can do for you, please let me know.
How's the town doing?
Oh, well, they just had I guess you could say, orc infestation. They were attacked.
Rumors, yes.
Yes, we helped stop the orcs and was sent out to go find the thing that was attacking them. See, they were coming here to attack the village because they'd run out of food and supplies, and they were being attacked by some sort of giant creature. So we, deciding to help, went out and attempted to fight the creature. One of ours was lost. It turned out the creature was controlled by a hag, some sort of old magical entity, witch-like creature. And one of ours was lost, and things went very, very strange. And now, apparently, there's some sort of slime ooze concoction that stole the magic from one of our compatriots. And that thing has become sentient, and we have no idea where it is. Apparently, it's something the hag was brewing or working on. But we did kill the hag, and we did kill the giant. So,
Wow, I'm
Yeah.
impressed.
thank you.
You seem to be very skilled.
Yes, I would like to think so. Also, I love your choice in color, and I point out all the purple.
You almost seem like a long lost son.
That would be nice.
Ask her for magic shit. She'll give it to you. She thinks you're your son.
That's
It's not all there.
She opens a little box
Mhm.
and takes out a purse.
Mhm.
I have something for you.
For me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you. What is it?
She places it on the table, closes the box. It's a small pouch, and I'm really like this big, and there's a little ribbon holding it closed.
Does it look familiar to any other pouches that I've seen?
Yeah.
I slowly reach towards it and open.
There's a ring inside.
Is it a ring that I've seen?
Nope.
Okay. What is this?
It's a gift I was asked to pass on.
By whom, might I ask?
I believe she referred to as your sister.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
2 hobbits might be after it, but it'll be fine.
Don't worry about it. I'll just kind of put it away carefully with the other pouch. How did you come across her? How did the two of you meet?
I didn't meet her personally. A messenger arrived, and well, he died.
Yes, that seems to be the way with them recently.
And I thought it wise to keep it. And for some reason, she seemed to know about it. And I received a message from her. So I'm afraid I never met her face to face, but she made clear that this was to go to you.
Thank you for delivering this. It means the world to me.
You're very welcome.
And I was serious before. If there's anything we can do for you, please do not hesitate.
We're quite self-sufficient, as you might have tell.
I feel as though there's a little more I need to do, but were the time to come when I don't feel there's more I need to do, do you think maybe I could join you?
She frowns for a moment. Join us.
Yes, I'm quite adept at entertainment. We come from similar, backgrounds, and this place feels right.
We don't just accept anybody here, but if you are as skilled as your stories give reason to believe, I might consider it.
Fair enough. Thank you for your time. I very much appreciate everything.
I hope you will enjoy our time together.
I absolutely will.
Good. As she stands up, says, it was lovely to meet you, Gemini. I will inform the others of our arrangement and your friends.
Thank you. I'll bow and kiss her hand and then take my leave.
All right, you take your leave, and as you kind of open the door, somebody walks into you, and you see a beautiful looking woman. You think she's about late teens, early 20s, and she looks up at you and, oh, excuse me.
Pardon me. That's entirely my fault. No, bow out of the way.
And you kind of bow out of the way, and so you hear Rose say, Lily. Yes, Grandma. Not him. Oh, sorry. She hands you back your pouch.
I'll smirk and take it. Thank you. And I'll put it back.
As she kind of looks at you, they both kind of look at you as you walk down the steps, put on your shoes again, and head off.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What do the rest of you do?
No, Vince will still be helping out your big man.
Yeah. So that takes a while because he seems to be the one to do a lot of the heavy lifting here, and he's not the one that is how do I put it, working on the details of setting up things. He just puts up some of the skeleton and stuff, and then moves to the next spot to do the same. You have a really nice talk with him. He seems to be very open and very talkative. So is there anything you want to know about him?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think maybe just ask him about magical things, like, where would, once everything's set up, where would I go, or who would I speak to get to buy some magical items, and tell him that I'm a wizard.
Oh, you're a wizard. I wouldn't have guessed that.
It's like, no, I've hit the gym, don't skip leg day.
Yeah. You should go and speak to the gnomish guy, the little guy.
Yeah. Don't suppose you could let him know, give you a hand, bit of discount?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll let him know.
Cool.
All right. You'll probably also learn of the fact that he is a strong man, and he has joined the caravan only since half a year, and but he really likes it, and he really wants to do well.
If he said about the strong man thing, Vince would probably say, well, if you need an assistant out on the stage, someone to test your muscles against, and sort of, like that jock type, sort of punch the arm type thing. Like, yeah, come on. Like Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes.
The muscle guy meeting the other one, just
Armstrong.
Yeah, Armstrong.
He's like, really, you're a performer?
Nope, just strong.
All right, I'll keep it in mind. He slammed you. So yeah, you will keep busy with this for a couple of hours on that. Ellie?
She would probably find a spot because you're kind of curious what's going on and when things actually are set up, she might want to head over, but she will let them work in peace because it's really frustrating when someone comes to interrupt you the whole time, which other people are doing. So she will find a spot where she can see probably some stacked boxes that doesn't look like they're gonna be used anytime soon.
Okay.
Put herself on it and try to learn to smoke the pipe.
All right.
Because
So
that's probably an adventure in itself.
you'll sit there and kind of observe everything, and people seem to be busy for at least a couple more hours. And so you just sit there and practice smoking your pipe. I'll leave it up to you if you like it or not. That's all.
She's undecisive about it.
Yeah.
This requires further testing.
The tobacco and the pipe are both of quite good quality. They're not top of the line, but they're definitely not throwaway stuff. So in your product, it won't be the problem. It's personal preference.
Yes. She's indecisive. She will sit there and figure out, and she will like smoke it slowly. Like, do I like this? Do I not like this? What's the point of this?
All right. Optic.
Yes.
Yes. What do you do?
I suppose I'll probably be working, helping out the armor and pack and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. You'll probably be assisting that, and from the corner of your eye, you'll see Gemini kind of stepping out of Lady Rose's wagon.
Turn him, make it look really obvious, and wink at him.
I'll wink back, bow, and run.
He just bursts out laughing. You just hear this big, oh. Well, looks like I've got my time cut out for me. Maybe I'll find the others. And he sort of, as he turns to, who's the armor, by the way?
Who's the armorer? Let's see. That will be Tenta.
Tenta?
Yeah.
Male or female?
Male, half orc.
All right, Tenta. How's it going?
Are
we near done?
Yeah. I'm just waiting for Tibus to get the anvil in place.
All right. I'll head off here. I have a few people apparently to find. So I'll catch you in a bit. Let me know if you need me. And he'll take off and see if he can spot anyone else he recognizes.
All right. Just as you head off, you see Tibus approach, carrying the anvil, together with some other guy who looks quite beefy.
All right, Titus, how's it going?
Yeah, pretty good. This here is what's your name again, bud?
Me, yeah.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Just check. Yeah, there might be another beefcake running about you.
Nope, it's you.
Yeah, Vince.
Vince. He's a wizard guy.
A wizard? Ugh.
Wizards?
That's just... That's very strange. You look more like a strong man, actually.
That position is already filled.
Oh, I never could match you, Titus.
Vince sort of like nudges and goes, I don't know how I could give you a run for your money. Eh?
So, Mr. Wizard, what sort of magic can you cast?
At the minute, fuck all.
Why? What's going on there? Wizards can cast magic all the time.
I can do some, but had an incident.
All right. What do you specialize in?
Fire. I'm a pyromancer.
Fire, you say? Oh, it'd be very strange. I've heard of a man around here who casts fire.
There are many of them.
Oh, he's quite the strong man as well, apparently.
Just sort of give him a look and go,
You wouldn't
not the brightest spark, are you?
you wouldn't know another man with two faces, half dragonborn, half human.
Unfortunately, yes.
He stopped by a while ago. We'll say rather quickly.
What was he
Anyway,
running from?
well, I don't know yet. I'll have to ask them when I find him. But anyway, I know you actually from stories.
Sort of flexes, goes, well, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, you're the
Stories. He's a famous guy.
Yeah, he's a lot of us around the caravan has heard the stories as well. Apparently you're
The
the
baby wizard that got his shit kicked in.
you're, no, not really. Actually, quite well. You could say over embellished stories.
I doubt that.
Must have been a bard. Anyway, apparently they say you got so strong you punched a farmhouse into flames.
That's true.
Yeah.
The farmhouse itself, if any of you want to see it, is just over that way. I sort of gesture toward the farmhouse.
The anvil kind of drops to the ground as he like, what?
Yeah, it's
Punched
true
the
actually.
farmhouse into fire?
Yeah.
It
It sounded
a run for your money.
very, very impressive to see that again.
All right.
Well,
Come on. He puts his, his
Oh.
elbow on the anvil.
no, you can't refuse, Titus. Come on.
Yeah. All right, Vinzi just sort of cracks his neck and goes, right, come on then.
All right.
Making a roll, aren't I?
Yep.
All right, now I want a fair arm wrestle. Get your elbows in. Come on.
All right.
Now, when I say go,
So just checking any magic that might help me here in my cantrips. Nope, not a sausage, Brett. Just rely on muscles.
Ellie, you'll
Yes.
probably see this from a distance as you're kind of smoking your pipe and still kind of indecisive. You all of a sudden hear gunk. You're like, all right, let's do this. And then you see, hey, isn't that Vince?
I get point ice that way and like, what's going on there? Of course you're gonna ever arm wrestle. Why would I ever think anything different?
Okay, yeah. So Vince, yeah,
Come on.
grab in and
All right, let's roll athletics.
well, not 20. That is okay. That is a dirty 21.
21. You both your arms kind of push. It's a draw. You kind of oh yeah. You weren't kidding there, little man. Roll again.
If I can I get it that, like, from my fists, just like wee spurts of fire, just to lend to the rumor of punching a farmhouse to flames?
You have prestidigitation, right?
I do not. I have control flames, firebolt, light, and attack one. So I don't know. Light, could I make the light look like flames, or use a bit of firebolt to create it? Because I think control flames, I believe there has to be a flame.
Yeah, there has to be flame already.
Hmm.
I'll allow you to do it with firebolt, but you'll have to roll an arcane to
Yeah, fine with that.
kind of not damage him and like kind of burn his hand. And so
Yeah, fine with that.
you'll have to roll a 15 or higher. If you roll below a 15, you'll you'll actually fire a firebolt into his hand.
I'm risking it. Risk it for a
Oh
biscuit.
my god.
It's all right. My Arcana's a tag skill. I get a +5 to it, so hopefully. Thank God for that. I rolled a 13, so that's 18. So
All right. So, ooh, I'm doing it too. Roll another athletics.
that is 22.
22. Oh my goodness.
19.
You. Oh shit. You are gaining ground on him. Roll again.
See, this is where the 1 comes in and he breaks my arm. 17 and 20. Dirty 20. Fuck, I love these dice.
You stay in the same position.
Oh, balls. Let me run out of good rolls here.
Roll again.
Balls. That's 8.
8. You get back into the starting position, and he actually manages to take you down towards your end. Roll again. Oof.
No, that's 15.
15. He slams your arm into the other side. Oh yeah! Walks towards you and embraces you and kind of lifts you. And then, the anvil is in between you guys, so it's not the most comfortable hug.
That's funny. Goes he gets him back, gives him a squeeze. Just like, well done.
Good job. Ooh, that was exciting.
Vince will turn to the other gentleman who is watching, who I don't think he's heard his name yet. No. Turn to him and go. You want to go?
No, sorry, I'm not a very strong sort. That's his job. But yeah, you seem to be quite strong, as the rumors say. I'm actually looking for you in your party, your group of companions. I'm willing to discuss if I can join you. I've heard very, very good stories about you, and I've been looking for some people who are capable, just like me, to take down some beasties.
Okay. Any particular reason you're wanting to join us?
Well, you see, I'm not going to lie to you. I've fought with other people before, and they just weren't up to scratch. And a lot of them fled, a lot of them died. You know, them city guard types, not great at all. I've just been looking for someone a lot stronger because I nearly got taken down myself by a big beastie, and you just can't do it on your own.
We may not be the best ones to join. I don't know if the stories have said, but I actually died.
No, I haven't heard that story yet. No.
If you found and managed to keep a hold of Gemini, the two-faced man, he'll happily tell you the story.
Oh, right. I haven't heard these ones yet, but I've heard plenty of stories about the rest of you. Yeah, apparently, do you want to hear the rest, or?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, sure. Apparently, the people in the country call you the Fearsome Four. Apparently, ravenous you are. Very. Well, there's you, the strong man with fire.
Wait. You're telling me these guys are the Fearsome Four?
Yeah, they're Fearsome Four, yeah. I've been looking for these guys, actually.
So where are the other two?
The other one, he ran off. I have to find out why, but we'll see. And the other one, he looks around. Does he see Ellie?
Roll your perception.
That is a 18.
18. Yeah, you see her sitting there.
Staring at you
Um,
guys.
Yeah. You see little blobs of smoke is coming out.
Is that one behind you there? Is that the little one?
He looks round. He goes, I wouldn't call her that if you value your life.
Yeah. We have a few in our caravan too, and they don't like that at all. But anyway, they call her the Tiny Terror. Apparently, she's able to grow claws from her hands.
What?
Yeah.
Vince will like lift up his shirt and show you like the claw marks, the rape marks that the hag did.
Whoa.
I'd just be like, yes, she does. That happened last time I called her little.
She's a fearsome one. Yeah. Well, apparently the stories go that she's tore coboats in half. Just with sheer will.
Vince will just be like, yeah, the lucky ones. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's the other.
Oh, no.
The other one.
What Drake? No, I have to warn Drake. You see the guy run off.
Might as well. Well, anyway, the other one, the one that seems to be running for some reason, he's called the Silver Tongue. But he also has another name, plenty of names actually. It's hard to track down what's actually true about him.
Depends which guard you speak to.
But a lot of people, because you're the fierce of all, call him the half man, half dragon, half beast. Believe me, they couldn't count. So
It's Man Bear Pig.
Man Bear Pig.
anyway, he's a bit more skilled with his tongue. I mean, yeah, he likes to command sorts. And
were you talking to the ladies in the whorehouse?
yeah. Well, I haven't spoke to the ladies, but I'm sure I'll hear them later. But
I'm sorry. I can only apologize.
I'm sure there's stories.
Man, don't believe the ones you hear about me in that house.
But yeah, apparently he's able to shout people to death.
Yes.
That's what I heard. He's very skilled. I seen him earlier on. He was using some hidden magic sorts.
Yeah. The orcs that attacked here, he called one of them ugly as fuck and it died.
Oh, cool. And then there's apparently your last member. I don't see him about anywhere. I don't know how you could miss him. Apparently he's called the Black Knight. He's a big beastie of a fellow. And apparently he took on that entire orc horde you're talking about by himself.
He's not all he's cracked up to be.
He swung his axe, and these beasties were torn in twain. So,
yeah, they were. But see, what the stories didn't see is actually as he hit it, he missed. But Ellie, the Tiny Terror, was behind them and just tore them to bits.
Right,
Yeah.
insight check.
Is this a contested one? Is this my bluff against his?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, fuck, am I? Is it bluff? Where am I looking?
It's okay. Don't roll. It's fine.
Deception. Yeah. That is 17.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Yep. There's many stories floating about, and they're hard to tell which is true. And that isn't one of them.
I was there, so I mean, who are you going to believe? Someone who's getting things secondhand, or someone who's seen it with their own eyes?
Well,
we'll see from a corner of your eyes. Ellie, you will get a very clear view of this because there's two people coming towards you. One having big steps, and this is like a giant of a man approaching you. And he is, well, dragging is not the right word, but he has in his right hand, he's holding a small horn of what appears to be a kobold, and is kind of dragging, and the kobold is kind of running after him and calling out, stop, as they're kind of approaching you. And you see this big man kind of stop, and he says, Lady Terror, this here is my good friend. His name is Dreek. He looks like a kobold, but he's really nice. And please don't hurt him.
Did Ellie hear the conversation the other ones were having?
You weren't sitting like extremely in
No.
audible distance. So roll a perception to see
Okay.
how much of the conversation you.
21?
Oh yeah, you heard pretty much all of it.
Oh, sweet. Listening.
Please don't hurt him. He is a fine member of our group, and you see the guy kind of trying to shake his iron grip off his small horn, and all of a sudden you hear, oh no, let go, I think you're breaking it.
You're hurting him.
Oh, sorry, he kind of lets go, and sorry, Dreek. He kind of you see his one of his horns like kind of moving a bit. Oh, that's not good.
Does that require healing or mending?
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Ellie.
The tiny terror.
Hello, Ellie. My large friend here, he kind of pats against the side of his leg. Seems to think that you are here to kill me.
Are you attacking us?
What?
Then no.
Okay. No, good. What's going on here? I heard she's the terror of the kobolds and ripping them apart in little pieces and eating them. She's a gnome. I doubt she would eat my kind. No, she could change claws and mouths and devouring. And
I can change, but I don't eat kobolds.
there, you see, it's all fine.
I killed a few, but I never ate them.
Well, who hasn't?
And I mean, they were stalking us first, and then they were attacking us, and then they're sneaking up on us. And I mean, if you see something lurking in the shadows that's been attacking you before, and it's a dangerous situation, then of course you shoot it down. Doesn't matter if it tries to fly away or not.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I would have done the exact same thing. If you both be so kind, I have things to prepare. We need to set things up. It's a pleasure, Lady Devourer. It was very nice to meet you. Ellie, yes, Ellie.
Don't get mad.
Devourer.
Okay, I'm sorry, Ellie.
Okay, yes. Okay. Please. He pats down and he grabs out something that looks very worn, and he hands it kind of trembling to you. Here,
I will lean down from the box and like take it.
here you go. It seems like a little wooden thing. With my compliments. He nods and walks off.
What is this?
You kind of look at it. It looks like a piece of wood, but there's a little marking on it.
What is marking? I expect.
You look at it.
Yeah.
Seems to be a little wheel or sorts.
A wheel. What do I do with this?
Please don't hurt my friend. He's really nice. He kind of
He's a friend.
starts to walk away from you.
Why are you walking away from me?
I don't want to be ripped open like you did your friend.
No, I didn't. That's a lie. That wasn't me. That was the hag. Did we know where it is? That was not me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Walks off.
What the fuck?
So he returns to you, Vince, and he kind of grabs the anvil and starts to drag it towards its proper place. Please, please don't have your friend kill anyone here.
Don't worry, we're on a break. We're here to relax. It's fine. We're on holiday. It's okay.
Oh, good, good. Gemini, where do you run off to?
Lay to John's as
Lady-
fast as I can.
Okay. Very well.
And I'll hello, Lady Chan. I was wondering if I could stay here for a little bit. Just I wanted to look at something. Is that anybody? I feel like there's somebody. I would like to just sit. Can I sit here for a while?
Yes, of course.
Thank you so much. Quick bow.
I was just about to head over to the carnival. Are you not coming?
Oh, I will, but not quite yet. I have something I wanted to look over quickly. Are you sure there's nobody? Yes, I'm going.
Very well, very well. Enjoy your stay, and then I'll see you there, I suppose.
Thank you very much.
She nods. And are you all right?
Oh, yes, absolutely, perfectly fine. Everything is fantastic. If anybody is looking for me, you did not see me.
Yes. She heads off.
I'll take out the ring, and while keeping an eye out towards the door, just kind of go over it, see if I can figure out what it is, possibly attune to it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Very well. So you kind of take like a short rest there to examine it and
Yes.
kind of try to attune to it.
Okay.
What are you guys doing?
Ellie is being very confused on the crate. And it's like looking out towards those guys, looking at the thing, looking towards those, looking at, like, what the fuck is going on?
Vince, wasn't it? Maybe we should go talk to the little teller over there.
Yeah, sure. Why not? And,
Might as well
Vince,
get the group.
Vince will take out not his pipe, Grimhook's pipe, but we'll take out Grimhook's pipe and.
No, you have your pipe.
I do have my pipe. Sorry, it was his tobacco I was using. That's what it was. Yes, I'll take out my pipe and pack it and
That's right.
puff away and head down.
Nice. Cal will just sort of beeline for Ellie.
All right.
Hello there, little miss. I've heard some stories about you.
Hi.
As soon as Vince gets close, he's like, "When did you start smoking a pipe?" Oh, wait,
I haven't.
smoking a pipe.
I'm just trying it now and gave one to me.
Vince is going to have a sniff of just, how good the tobacco is.
Is it better than his?
Yeah, this is exactly what he's doing. I mean, because this is not his tobacco he's smoking, it's Grimhook, so, it's, I don't know.
How good a quality is Grimhook's tobacco? Was he an avid smoker or not?
No, he was a very practical type of person, so it was probably just whatever he could get.
This is definitely better.
If you got more of that?
No.
No. Fine. Where did you get it?
Knowing. I was gonna tell you about him later because he has some medical items.
Oh, cool. 2 reasons to go speak to him.
Oh, and tell him that you know me.
Yep, I recommend that one. He's very good with his magical goods, if you're looking for that. By the way, you don't look very wizardly. Did something happen?
No shit. Well, just remember I said I died? I was not exaggerating.
Oh.
I had
So-
fatty stuff to cauldron.
So, you're missing all your gear. Right. I get it now.
But But who are you?
Me, I am. Well, most people just call me Cal. And if you want to feel the full name, that's it's up to you. Nobody ever understands it. But, sure.
And she will reply in Elvish and like, maybe I might.
Oh, very elven. Well, my name is Kali Quilda Malka Fu Shuru. Most people just call me Cal. If you're interested, it means blade of the night breeze.
That's a good name.
From where I come from, anyway.
That's a really good name. Thank you for sharing.
I am sure you have your own too. I've heard Mr. Magical Goods over there has quite a long name too. I couldn't understand.
He wouldn't tell me the full name.
Oh,
did he?
you're in for a surprise.
No, he didn't actually, I think. No.
Yep, that's a story that you will probably walk away from.
Maybe.
Well, anyway,
see.
he extends his hand out to Ellie and goes, "It's really nice to meet you. What was your name, actually?"
She will like look at the thing, like drape it over her other hand. Hang on 2 seconds. Hey, Lulu, come here. Lulu, come. Hey. Wait, I have a dog under my desk. There we go. Goed zo, gaaf. Lulu, gaaf. Lulu, af. No.
Nope.
Don't tell me what to do.
do. I think she's a bit sleepy. Oh. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, he extended a hand out
Oh,
to
yeah.
shake you.
Oh yeah, she was she draped the like little emblem thingy over the other hand, and she will take it and say, "My name is Alejandra Eleli Lissiger."
I'm guessing most people call you Ellie.
Yeah.
Ah.
What's this
Yeah.
tiny terror thing you were on about?
Oh, it's stories we've been hearing on the move. I heard it a couple of villages over from where I came from.
But I'm not frightful.
Well, the stories were well embellished.
Yeah, stories usually are.
That's why I kind of came here to see if the stories were true. If they were true, I could maybe find a nice wee band of adventurers that might be looking for someone else to give them a hand.
So you're looking for a party?
Pretty much, yeah. My last party, there wasn't much of it, and there wasn't much of it left. So,
No. I'm sorry.
yeah, when you're fighting strong creatures like I've heard you guys have, I'm quite a fan actually.
That was kind of scary though.
They do. He sort of lifts his right arm up, and he sort of rolls his sleeve up, and you see these massive gashes which look like they came from a massive claw. You go,
What the fuck?
they do take a chunk out of you, yeah.
What did
That
what?
one there was One Eye, the biggest bear I ever seen, and now he's draped on me. And you can
Why
see
did
this
you
big
call-
massive claw.
Why did you call him One Eye?
Oh, One Eye. He only had one eye. That's saying why most people call them One Eye, yeah. He was blind in one eye, but that didn't make him any less terrifying.
Oh.
He tore city guards in two, and the rest of them just ran away because of his roar. I stood back and let them escape. I wanted to take that thing down, so I did.
Well, you look like a capable elf and all, and I guess you can join us for a while, but we are looking for someone.
That's right. Why, who are you looking for? Maybe I know.
Oh, well, a lost party member.
Is that the big one? The one they called
Yeah.
Black Knight.
I guess that would make sense. But yeah, he's not here at the moment, and we're gonna go after him. We just needed to like stock up on some things, but
Where did he go?
away.
That's very strange.
Nej, klar.
He seemed like probably one of the strongest out of you all.
Well, yeah.
Vincel flax.
Long story.
He couldn't hit shit.
Strange.
Well, neither can you.
Hit things. I just
He
got
had a
hit.
cat.
Yeah,
You
very
hit
small
things,
target.
As long as you use a big flame and hit something very small, so you can't miss it.
Yeah.
Farmhouses. He's good at hitting farmhouses.
Yeah, see? Static objects, small innocent animals. I fuck him up. Just you wait till I get firewall. Oof, towns will burn.
Oh dear. All right. Well, if you have me, I'll suppose I'll tag along for a bit. But it seems that you probably need me more than ever. Then, if you're down and part, remember.
Yeah, we might. I mean,
Vince will put his hand on his shoulder and be like, look, you have my vote. If you can go to one of your friends in the caravan there and get me a bloody spellbook.
Spellbook. Now, I would suggest the same thing I just said about a moment ago.
Oh yeah, no, I'm going to go speak to him. But what I would like from you is to get it for free.
Now, come on, now we have to make some sort of money around here. But
That's-
I'll tell you what. Since you are willing accepting me, except -1, I might have to track him down later.
wait, why?
The other one, the Two-Face,
Gemini?
Gemini is. He will say bolted in a fashion that I've never seen before.
Wait, he ran away?
Yeah, I don't even know why.
He knows how to run away?
Apparently more than that. Apparently he could disappear too,
Oh, well, that makes sense.
right in front of my eyes.
Cal, you would, by the way, know that it's Nawini and Claudia are the two people that would be good to speak to about magical stuff.
What he said.
Those words.
sorry, what was that? Claudia and
No, Winnie.
Nawini, the one that Ellie talked about.
cool.
But yeah, I can talk to Namoini or Claudia and say that give you a discount because I know you.
How much of a discount?
It's the best I can do for you.
I mean,
So-
we are the as you said, the fearsome four.
It's the face for yeah.
Yeah, you mean to join our illustrious ranks, we need something from you, and I can guarantee, I would bet my wizard's hat once I get one back, that Gemini will say the same thing.
Question for the DM.
Mhm.
What was it was Noini and who was the other one?
Claudia.
Claudia.
Yeah.
Out of the two of them,
You will know is a merchant who knows a couple of small tricks. Claudia is the actual proper magic user.
right? So I would know this. That's okay. Claudia, would Claudia be easier to speak to than Noini when it comes to negotiations?
It depends. Claudia is a bit all over the place, and she's smart, but she finds it hard to focus on things and lives in her own world a bit. And Nawini is very much the tradesman. So if he's always looking for a deal and is always looking to get the best out of everything.
Well, the two of them, any of them's best bet. I would probably go for Claudia though. She might be easier to deal with, but Nawini's pretty good at dealing himself as well. So it's up to you. I would go to Claudia. She seems to be more magical. And
Oh no. We go to Claudia.
yeah, sure. We going now or?
Vince is fine with that. Sorry, I just have a cat.
What about you, little miss?
Can you stop calling me little?
Oh yeah, sorry. It's a part of my lingo. Sorry. It means no harm, miss. Ellie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, Ellie. You want to come along too?
Yeah, sure.
Right. Just waiting for Vince then.
Sorry, cat attacking my feet. Had to assert dominance.
As you do.
Yeah. The cat one. Yeah, Vince just like, yeah, let's go.
All right. So you guys head over to Claudia. It is, however, 10:36. So
What? Already?
you might want to kind of stop here before we get into another.
Okay, so
Well,
we
please.
arrive. I get the spell book and arcane focus and all that. She actually gives
Yep.
me money for taking them.
Cal negotiates this for free, and
Yeah. And then we all skip off into the sunset with Gemini still hiding in the church.
Are you trying to railroad the DM?
That's charming that you think this would actually work in your favor, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, God loves a trier. DMs
Yeah.
don't.
nope. Yeah. So
Yeah.
will we just end it there then, or?
Yeah, I think that's best. I mean, I'm okay with going on a little further, but I think other people have appointments and stuff and things to do. So let's call it a point here, and we'll continue next week.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right, awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for watching.
thanks for watching. Don't forget to tune in on Monday for Brains his Curse of Strahd.
Mhm.
And if you missed last Monday, it's up on the stream. They met Strahd for the first time.
Ooh,
Ooh, spooky.
nice.
I will drink your blood.
Yeah, no.
No.
Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.